Whole Food Revolution, and I am Nelum. I'm a GP.
And I'm Ronit. I'm a happiness coach. And
so, Ronit, have you heard the phrase, pay the farmer now or pay the farmer later?
yeah, it's a choice, We always say happiness is a choice, health is a choice, and this is where you need to choose. Who do you want to pay? Do you want to pay the farmer that grows your food, your real food, or do you want to pay the pharma pharmaceutical that's going to give you pills and medications and
injections or whatever? Yes,
it's a choice.
Yeah.
So what are you choosing now? And you know how you can tell? You can tell by going to the supermarket and realizing what are the things that you buy. When you do your shopping, just check.
Just look in your trolley. How do you have boxes and packets and things that are covered in plastic? Well, that is all processed food, and that is not grown by a farmer.
Exactly. It is true. And if you remember what we were talking about, we are Whole Food Revolution. So we advocate for eating whole foods. Well, actually, I would actually say that we're advocating for food.
For food. Absolutely.
We're advocating for food. We're not we've reached a point where we need to say whole food, where in fact everything in a packet is not food. And when you think about food, think about nutrients.
And things that grow in nature. That's what we're talking about,
exactly,
isn't it?
Exactly.
And this is either animal foods or plant foods.
Exactly.
So it's not difficult. So whatever you have on your plate, you should be able to recognize that as growing in nature. When you see, like, I would say, if you've got a chicken drumstick on your plate, you know that you can visualize that chicken, right? If you have a carrot or a mandarin,
some farmer actually made an effort to grow these things, to take care of those things until it comes into your plate, and it's very easy to distinguish between them. So if you think about it, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, animal fat,
meat, eggs,
fish,
dairy, yes,
all those things. There was a farmer who was taking care of it before it came to you. Now, if you see a box, then you know that this food is not real food. And I want you to know that they did a research on the quality of the quality of the food. So what they did is they took let's say they took vegetables, and people ate vegetables, and then what they did is they took the same vegetables, mashed it, made it look like spaghetti or something like this, and they gave it to people to food. So you would think about it as like, it's the same carrots. Like, seriously, it's the same food. Why would your body react to it differently? Well, I guess, the body reacted differently. So the body did not even it wasn't nutrient as it was.
Well, because it's been smashed, all the fibers been removed, all the nutrients have probably gone.
And I think the reason that it wasn't as nutrient, it's because that's how we're designed.
Yes, absolutely.
We're designed to eat the food. It wasn't designed to be packaged and designed to be
manipulated.
Exactly.
Something taken out, something added in.
Exactly. And the problem that we have now is that a lot of the good stuff is taken out.
Yes.
And a lot of the not good stuff was added in.
Yeah.
And so what you're eating is really not something that, even it's a simple thing as salt.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing as salt. It's the salt that you have in your food, in a packet food. No one uses healthy salt. No one uses Himalayan or Celtic salt or one of those things. Simply just because of that, it's not as healthy as it was in nature.
It's just so
or even cooked in seed oil.
I mean, that is really toxic, because seed oils, or how they got the name vegetable oils, I do not know.
It was a wonderful marketing.
Yes, but these seed oils, I'm glad you brought that up. They are produced in multi-flow factories. These are not natural in any way. Our bodies have never, human bodies are not able to digest and process these.
And it's very, very toxic. Now, if you really want, you can go into our community page and find the video that we put there on what is the process of making a seed oil. Just look at it and you just see the process of what is happening. It's like nothing good is absorbed in your body. Nothing good from it is absorbed in your body. It actually does us so much damage into your body. So we are advocating for really eating food. Your health is in the market.
Yes,
it's in the fridge. It's in the market. It's not. I mean, my husband has this. He's working with this guy that gives pallets to different organizations.
Yes,
and they've been working with the Pharma in Sunshine Coast.
Yes,
and the guy is producing strawberries, and the guy basically sells the strawberries long before you see them. It's like it's been stored for so long, and there was a research, and you all know this, that when you pick a fruit and eat it within several hours, it is much more nutrient than if you just wait 2-3 weeks to eat it. So can you imagine you buying fruits and vegetables that are being stored for? I mean, he was saying something like apples have been stored for 6 months.
So what you're saying, Ronit, is first eat whole food. That's the first thing. Eat food that you can see growing in nature, plant or animal. But then also start looking at, are these local foods? Are they seasonal foods?
Exactly.
So that we are eating what is meant to be eaten in the right time of year.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now think about it this way. Our ancient parents, grandparents, and so on, they couldn't eat a specific food the whole year round. They had what they had in that season, and that's the only thing they could do. And it was there for a reason, because this is what their body needed in a certain time of the year, because we do need to eat with the seasons. We need to eat. I mean, can you imagine that when we cold, we eat different food. When we're hot, we eat different kinds of food.
Yes.
And the fact that the food that we eat now can last the whole year is a problem.
It is a problem. And finally then, Ronit, on that point, is the final thing, if you can, is to eat organic.
If you can.
If you can afford to
eat something that doesn't have a lot of pesticides
or herbicides and things like that. I think if you can afford to, or if you can grow your own, right?
I always tell my children that every tomato that we had how do you call it, cherry tomatoes in the garden, and I told them everything that you pick up from your garden is much more nutrient than anything you buy, only because you picked it from your garden. You didn't put anything
in there.
Anything in there. You know what you put. And it's the same with making food. When I can go and buy bowls, like protein bowls that has nuts or anything in there.
But if you make it...
If I make it, I know exactly what I put in there. I did not use any of the oils that are not good for me. I didn't put any of the salt that is not good for me. And I know what I put in there. And I don't need the bowls to last me for 6 months or 1 year. So I don't put any preservatives in there. I know that I make it. We finish it within a week. By the way, sometimes not even a
few days.
But the thing is this, you know what you put in there. And I think if you're looking for easy, you're taking risks of putting in your body things that are not good for you.
Exactly. And that's when, so I think really please start thinking about what you're putting into your body, because if you don't, then you are going down the path where you're going to have to pay the pharmaceuticals.
You will pay. The thing is this, you're paying. You're either paying for a little bit of inconvenience now that you need to make your own food, or you need to go to the market, or I don't know, if you have a farmer around you, then good on you that you can go and do this thing, or you're gonna pay later on to the farmer. So you just decide which one is a better choice for you. So
all right,
choose well.